Half an hour ago, I stood by the window and cried. I feel so alone, and I don't want to burden my co-workers with my problems. I know almost everyone has their own struggles. Why add mine to the list? And maybe my issue doesn't even seem serious to others. But there are days when this pain makes me feel like I don't want to live. My problem is that my only son doesn't seem to think about me at all. Sometimes it feels like he doesn't even remember I exist. I'm 50 years old. My husband was older than me and I became a widow 10 years ago. But I had Alex, and I poured all of my love and energy into raising him. I never thought about being with another man, partly because I was afraid someone new might not accept my son, and by then, Alex was already 14 years old. Who knows how a relationship would have worked out? Alex finished school, then graduated from a teacher's college, and now works as a history teacher. I work at the same school, but as a secretary. That's just how life turned out. But I hardly ever see Alex, even though we work in the same building. He doesn't want to live with me. Even though we have a spacious 3-bedroom apartment, he rents a separate room elsewhere. The most painful thing for me is when I catch a glimpse of him walking past me at work or see him through a window. He never stops by my office to check on me or ask how I'm doing. In this age of smartphones, where making a call takes just one tap, my son never calls me. No, we haven't fought. He says he has no complaints toward me. He simply claims he's the type of person who doesn't need much communication, someone who prefers reading a book or watching a thoughtful film to interacting with others. But whenever he needs something, like when he runs out of money, breaks his glasses or tears his jacket, he calls right away. He doesn't directly ask for help, he just informs me of the problem. Of course, I immediately take care of it, and afterward he'll say, "You didn't have to, I didn't ask." Like a fool, I pay for his phone bill out of my secretary's salary, hoping he might at least send a text. I bring him homemade meals, which he eats gladly, and even buy gifts for his girlfriend, someone he refuses to introduce me to. You can't imagine how terrible it feels to be completely unneeded. It hurts so much. I don't ask for much. I don't want to interfere in his adult life. I love him deeply. But I'm terrified that one day I'll die alone, and he just won't pick up the phone, like he so often doesn't. 2 months ago, I was hospitalized with high blood pressure. He only found out from the school nurse. He didn't call until the next day, and even then, he didn't ask how I was doing. I dream of a call or a simple text from him like it's the greatest joy life could offer. Sometimes, when I can't take the silence anymore, I call him myself, through tears, like I did today. But our conversations rarely last more than a minute, and his tone is always so cold that I'm too scared to call again for another week. Maybe I'm to blame, or maybe men just don't feel loneliness the same way. Alex often says he's happy alone. But if your mother is begging you, just begging, to call, why can't you spend 2 or 3 minutes a day to make her feel less alone? Maybe some men out there can answer this. Thank you for reading.